First and foremost, I'm going to say all honor and praises be to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Makakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders, GreatMillStone and Shalom, to the sincere elect out there teaching the truth and faith and sincerity through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. I just want to do a quick response to this article I see here. It says, desperate Syrian refugees selling their organs to finance travel to Europe. Right? It says, I'm going to just skip to the point. When they fled their village in northern Syria, Mahmoud and his family lost everything. Islamic State controlled the village, which we know that's funded by CIA, man, in America, of course, right? Controlled the village, and when they discovered they escaped, they blew up Mahmoud's house, wiping out his only asset. The spiteful punishment for fleeing the caliphate was standard practice. Now, Mahmoud and his family are languishing in San Lifera, just across the border from southern Turkey. The situation is so desperate that he has agreed to sell a kidney. He has been in touch with the underworld that controls the illegal trade in human organs and is hoping to be paid $10,000. Black market demand is high in Western Europe or the United States. Mahmoud's kidney will be worth up to $100,000. On social media used by Syrian refugees in Turkey, there are ads and diagrams showing what various organs are worth. Several thousand Syrians are believed to have resorted to the brutal self-sacrifice to survive and to fund their journey into Europe. So, as you can see, they've got a picture detailing the prices of organs, man. And it's like, you know, that's really the point to hit on this article, man. That people, you know, are so oppressed in this kingdom that they will go to great extents, right, to sell a part of themselves to have somewhat in their mind have a better life over here, man. In Europe, which really, man, over here is shit. But the point of that I want to bring out is that it's simple as this: who is the root and cause of this pain and oppression? The so-called white man, which according to the Bible, they are the seed of Esau. This is Job chapter 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Right? And it's like the current people who control this earth is Esau, man. Right? And if you read 2nd Ezra 6 and 9, you know, they are the end of the world, meaning the end of the age of rulership before the kingdom of the 12 tribes of Israel established, because they essentially are the last empire of heathen to rule before we go into power. But the point is to establish this, that they truly are the wicked that the Bible speaks of, and I'm gonna prove it here. This is Proverbs 29 and 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. You know, if you flash back in the scriptures during the time period of the reign of King Solomon, there was 40 years of peace upon the earth, and war didn't exist for that amount of time. But here's what it says: but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Right? People are mourning in this captivity more than they've ever mourned in past captivities. Right? And a prime example is this: even though past empires and captivities were all fucked, right? And certain empires had power, right? They didn't pollute the fucking sky, you know. It's crazy, man. Now we're in a time where the food is toxic, everything is toxic, man, and people are so in a state of mourning that if you flash back to the article, this guy is willing to flee his land, right? Risk his life on a boat, then get to Turkey and sell his kidney to come to Europe. That is essentially sad, man. I don't feel sorry for him, but I'm saying it's like that in terms of it being sad, it just represents a state of mourning, man. Right? And this didn't happen back during that time period. But it truly shows how dark this age is. You know, people try and speak about the dark ages and dark ages. Look, man, in the dark ages, a person won't sell you his foot or his lungs just to have funds to travel into a country. It's crazy. This is Proverbs 29:16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth, but the righteous shall see it therefore. Right? There are actually global markets all over this planet where people actually trade parts of their bodies. That's because that shows how dark this kingdom is, man. And the soul and the root of and cause of this is Esau, which are you so-called people who call yourself white, man. That's what the scripture says, right? But it shows that every single day, Proverbs 29:2, just comes to the forefront, man. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And it's a complete contrast of kingdoms. When the 12 tribes of Israel reigned, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, the scripture says, time period of peace without war will be on the earth. If you contrast down to now, and this kingdom of Esau, there's constantly war, there's constantly death, there's constantly fever, and there's constant transgression of the law, man. Whilst we're going to judge by the law, man. Right? This is trying to think, man. Isaiah. Habakkuk 2, I believe. This is Habakkuk 2 and 5, and 2 and 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. Yet also because he transgresseth by wine, being what his philosophies, man, ideologies, which spoil other people and influence all these other people, including our people, to convert unto his wicked ways, man. Right? Prime example is these LGBTQ. It started in America, but it spread over the world, man. Right? He's a proud one. He needed keeping at home, and the primary example of that is America, man. always constantly invading other countries and trying to influence our country's affairs, man. Who enlarges his desires hell and his death, but cannot be satisfied, man. Yeah, that's right. Cause you only see people, you know, who who die and go into the earth and go and go into the into a grave, right? There's always gonna be constant space upon this earth to bury people upon it. So the scripture is saying, just now, the earth can't be satisfied with you know, corpses going into the ground. Esau's desire of obtaining things can never be satisfied at all, man, and cannot be satisfied. But they gather unto him all nations, and he bringeth unto him all people, right? And it's like that ultimately will be why all these other heathens are going to be happy when America is physically destroyed. Of course, you know, when it happens, they'll be thinking about the economy and the fact that they actually don't have a main partner now to buy their goods. But really, deep down, everyone's going to be like, look, it's about time, man. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and the taught in proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his. That's right. And part of increasing that which is not his is going into other lands and invading them, and infiltrating their affairs to benefit yourselves, man. Which then causes them to leave their land, go into a boat or oversea, risk death, flee into a part of Europe, and sell a kidney just to come to Europe, man. It's crazy, man. But that's because of Esau, man, because he's wicked, man. You know, Scripture says, remove not the ancient landmark, man. See, everyone has got their own inheritance. You, according to Scriptures, you know, can't really go and like interfere with a person's inheritance, man. With the exception of the Israelites going into Canaan, because really that land was promised unto us anyway from the time of Abraham, and through the Spirit, if you understand that was the garden, you know, eastward, you know, in Eden, which we already had, you know. But I ain't gonna go that far. I'm gonna just stick to the point. It says, woe unto him that increases that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. You know, which is that there. But I'll skip to the point. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of these people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and all that dwell therein. So really, that's the point, man. It just shows the oppression of Esau is very heavy, man. Even among these heathen, to the point, which I'm not saying they're all heathen, because you have some Jake among them, to the point that people are willing to sell their parts just to live. Alright, man, so with that, I'm going to say all praises be to Yahweh Shalom Shai. Double honest process and elders, GreatMillStone, with that, I'm going to say shalom.